Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on August the 3rd, 2020. SpaceX successfully finalizes test space flight. On Sunday, two NASA astronauts, Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken, returned to Earth in a dramatic splashdown into the Gulf of Mexico to finalize an unprecedented test flight by Elon Musk's company SpaceX. Test pilots arrived back on Earth in their SpaceX Dragon capsule named Endeavour less than a day after departing the International Space Station and 2 months after blasting off from Florida. The return clears the way for another SpaceX crew launch as early as next month and possible tourist flights next year. Musk's company needs 6 weeks to inspect the capsule before launching the next crew around the end of September. This next mission of 4 astronauts will spend a full 6 months aboard the space station. Hurley and Behnken's capsule will be refurbished for another flight next spring. Furthermore, Johnson Space Center has partnered with SpaceX to send 3 customers to the space station in fall 2021. 7-Eleven buys Marathon Petroleum gas station. American petroleum refining company Marathon Petroleum Corp. reported it has agreed to sell its gas stations to the owners of the 7-Eleven convenience store chain for $21 billion, marking the largest U.S. energy deal of this year. The all-cash agreement with 7-Eleven Inc. comes less than a year after Marathon agreed to spin off its convenience store chain known as Speedway under pressure from activist investors including Elliott Management Corp. Moreover, fuel maker from Findlay, Ohio had been close to a deal with 7&I Holdings Co., the Japanese parent of 7-Eleven Inc., earlier this year, but talks fell apart in March due to the coronavirus pandemic. Overall, the deal includes about 3,900 convenience stores and would increase 7-Eleven's retail stake in the U.S. and Canada to around 14,000 locations. Microsoft aims to buy U.S. operations of TikTok. Microsoft Corp. Set to continue talks to acquire the U.S. operations of Chinese-owned short video app TikTok in the potential blockbuster deal that could reshape the social media industry but worsen U.S.-China tensions. The U.S. tech giant formally declared its interest on Sunday after President Donald Trump reversed course on a planned ban of TikTok and gave the two companies of 45 days to come to a deal. The proposed acquisition of parts of TikTok, which covers 100 million U.S. users, would offer Microsoft a rare opportunity to become a major competitor to social media giants such as Facebook Inc. and Snap Inc. Global shares mixed amid lack of new stimulus. Global stock markets were mixed on Monday as U.S. lawmakers struggled to agree on new stimulus plan, while the survey shows China's factory activity expanded at the fastest pace in nearly a decade in July. As Chinese Caixin market PMI rose to 52.8, country's blue chips jumped 1.22%. Meantime, MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan fell 0.05% from its 6-month peak, while Japan's Nikkei surged 2.2% and South Korea shares were flat. E-mini futures for the S&P 500, Eurostoxx 50 futures, and FTSE futures were all little changed as investors were nervous at the lack of a new stimulus package in the United States, with White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows not optimistic on reaching agreement soon on a deal.